Buenas, 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 buenas. ¿Dónde está mi gente de naranjas sin colores? ¿Cómo están? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Colorless Oranges, where I share my experiences to help better yours. I'm your host, Sydney Hyatt, and today we're talking feelings. I have a lot of feelings, okay? And I'm using the word feelings to help me walk in this conversation that I feel is a deep subject for me. I've been going good recently in the sense where I might be stressed out, but I'm understanding how to go about it to fix it. You know, I'm very quick when it comes to things that are not going my way. And that's what I wanted to talk about. I've been feeling a uncomfortable sensation in my body, but my mind hasn't processed or done anything logically to like change that. I am like, yeah, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to move out. And babe, like, what are the actions? So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, yes, I do apply to jobs. I'm doing all of these things, but it's like nothing is coming from it. So I'm not sure what to be doing. And I don't want to come up on here acting like I'm Miss Perfect and I got everything figured out. Yes, I understand things. Yes, I know how to do things. Yes, I know how to improve myself and all of these things 100%. But when it comes to this one thing right now, it's taken a lot. And I heard something really cute on TikTok the other day where this guy said that he was walking outside and this lady was on the phone and she was like, those problems are your path. And I thought that was so beautiful because it's true. I've always said it on this channel that I believe I don't want a life of no problems. I don't want a life of nothing happening, you know? I think that you can have a problem, but it's just the way that you see it and how you go about it that really like makes it what it is. You know, obviously like your perspective is everything and however you view something is how it's going to be. And so this issue right now is something that I have to conquer. It's something that I have to move through. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Lately, it's been more prevalent than ever. It's really like I need space. I need like alone time. I don't know, just with like it being summer and we don't all really have like a schedule and we're here all the time or we're not together all the time. And like I cherish my time with my family, but there has to be a time where I can just like close the door. And at this very moment, my room has no doors. I have no way to really shut everybody out in my own space. So I've been trying to create a space. I've been trying to create something where I feel like I can just relax. And that one thing has been sitting outside in the park. I'm just sitting. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting. I'm trying to be with myself. But part of me, it's like that conversation that we had where it was like, you know, you want to go to the gym, but if you can do it at home, what is it really that you're looking for? Because you can do gym stuff at home. You can do yoga at home. You can pull out your mat and watch it on YouTube. Is it the desire to drive yourself and be independent enough to get there? Is that what you're looking for? And I think what I'm looking for is to be able to be alone in my bedroom. You know what I mean? Like I want to be alone in my bedroom. I want to be alone in my bedroom. Yeah, like I just need space. It's just been an ongoing every day, all of this, everything in my space. And I haven't been able to clear my mind as like clearly as I want to, if that makes any sense. Like I want to be able to just like sit and silence for as long as I desire. And then that's it. You know what I mean? I am going through something right now. If you aren't aware, I brought out merch, how I've been saying I was going to do for a long time. Things take time. I'm happy with everything the way that it came out. My only issue right now is that I need this website. And the poor person who is doing this website is going through a lot of things, and it hasn't been finished. It hasn't been finalized. Like it's been a really big struggle. Everything that I've done from the moment that I decided I was going to do merch to this moment right now where I have all the merchandise here in my house, it was great. And the one thing that I was like, I'm not going to put stress on myself. I have all of these things. I have these ideas that I'm going along with. I have to find a manufacturer. I have to find this. I have to find all these things. including the money as well for all of this, because there was no investor. There was nobody like, here's some money, go do what you want to do. It was none of that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this money to take something off of my plate so that I am not stressed out, and allow somebody to make my website. Obviously, with our day and age, we can find ways to make websites. Like Shopify has templates, Fiverr, you can hire other people to do it, whatever. I decided to use this one person who was highly recommended by another influencer, and I liked their website. Obviously, I wanted mine completely different. What I was looking for in my website is a like retro feel, because I feel like that's what Colorless Orange is about. And the reason why I say retro and that's what Colorless Orange is about is because I feel that in the 60s was like a very pivotal moment for us, I think, as a society, or even just in America, where people were, doing hallucinogens. Like, I feel like that like really changed a lot of people and their perspective and how we viewed like the world and stuff. And I feel that Colorless Oranges really aligns with that point in time. And so I wanted that to translate in everything that I do. So my merchandise, my podcast, the website, Instagram, everything that I do, I want you to understand that like that is a major point and we're here now. Okay. And that's what I was trying to convey to this web designer. She does not understand. And I just decided to call that off. And I said, just make something simple. She's like, okay, but can you send me like some references? I was like, I didn't tell her this, but in my head, what the things that I like, I have not found. If I found it, I would use that. I would not want to feel the need to create. The things that I create is because I don't have it. Like, for example, I wanted this type of shirt with this kind of print on it. It does not exist, so I made it. Now, the idea of it is not innovative in a sense where it's like, okay, everybody has t-shirts with logos and t-shirts with designs and stuff, whatever. Okay, but it wasn't exactly how I wanted it. So I made that. This website, I don't know anybody that has it. I've never seen it before. It's only in my brain. If I knew how to do it, first of all, if I knew how to do it, I think I would have done it. I just don't want to learn. I think that it's okay to like take some stress off of you and allow other people who have this genius to do it. Allow them to do what they do best. Okay? And this just didn't work out between her and I. She just doesn't understand what it is that I need. I wanted this done earlier. It isn't done earlier, but it'll be done at God's timing. Whenever it's supposed to be done, it'll be done. I am thankful for everybody that's reaching out, that wants to buy, that has already purchased. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the people who are just very supportive of me. I've actually had a friendship breakup, which that was very difficult in the moment. Like, I actually cried in the moment that it was happening, because I was like, how could two people who have been friends for so long just not understand one another that deeply? How can you and I not understand one another that deeply? Like, what I'm saying in my mind is not that difficult. What I'm expressing to you and how I feel is not difficult. But it is difficult when somebody doesn't want to hear what you have to say. And one of the things I love the most about my podcast is you guys are tuning in because you want to. I'm not forcing this on you. I'm not begging you to listen to me. I don't know your actual problem, and I'm not drilling anything in your ear like, hey, you need to do this and this is how I feel about this and whatever. You're coming here to watch this. With this person, they don't want anything to do with this. They don't want to grow. They don't want to learn. They don't want to do anything. And that is very difficult for me as a person. I cannot be around stagnancy. I cannot be around people who do not want to better themselves. And that statement right there is very difficult, I feel, because some people don't even think that they need to change. Some people are very happy with where they are. And maybe that's their purpose in life, is just to stay where they are. And obviously to show you what it would look like if you had not grown. You understand? When the past comes calling, it has nothing new to say. leave them right there. Leave everything exactly where they need to be. Leave those people where they want to be. It has nothing to do with you. It all has to do with them. The breakup did hit me hard because, I just felt that I was willing. I mean, it's really crazy because even talking about it now, it's just like, girl, I was willing to maneuver my expectations, put down my boundaries, put down all of these things to make this relationship work. I was in the process of figuring out how to make the relationship work. Because, okay, granted, I can't get everything I want from everybody, so I'm going to allow this person to stay in my life, and I'm going to figure out how I can have them stay in my life. I was going through all of these things, with my merch and all of this stuff that's going on. And obviously still feeling a way that the things that I'm asking for that I don't think are that much from this person, I wasn't getting that. So I was hurt. I was going through things, and I just never really got around to saying like, hey, this and this is how I feel. This is what I need from you. I think our relationship is going to work better this way or whatever. I never really got to say that. That person then insisted on like, being combative towards me, like, you need to tell me this and blah 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 blah, like hello. So okay, I told them like, you're not a good friend, and then they went berserk. Did the one thing that I was just like, why would you do that? Like, you look corny as hell, because the one thing that I asked you for you to do to me, you did like the complete opposite of it. And it's like, not only do you look terrible now, you just prove my point as to exactly why this relationship just has not worked out. It is what it is. I wish them many blessings. I wish peace and growth. I truly wish growth on them. And it's kind of sad too, because people like that, they don't have so many people like me around them. I know people like me come very few in a dozen. Like, there aren't too many people who can be the person to shake shit up. Okay, that's how I consider myself. I consider myself to be like somebody who will shake up all your beliefs, because number one, I'm very curious by nature. I want to know why you believe what you believe. I respect it. You believe in whatever you believe, as long as you can tell me and we can have a conversation, great. If you can't tell me, you don't get my respect, because if you can't even tell me that I'm somebody super open-minded, then do you really believe in it? And I don't trust people like that. I don't respect people like that. Like, if you're not set on the things that you like and we can't have a conversation about it, I don't like that. I come to people's life to help them see things, maybe restore some balance, figure things out, maybe grow a little bit, whatever. I really came to the conclusion that I'm either a hero or a villain in somebody's story. And I know a lot of us, we talk about that, like, especially on TikTok or everywhere. Like, people have been saying that forever, like, either you're a hero or a villain. I never really applied it to my life. It's like those concepts that I keep talking about that, like, once they click to me, they click and it stays there. There's just certain things that I don't think about, so they aren't prevalent in my life, and I don't see examples on how this can relate to me. But I really am either a villain or a hero in people's life. And I see it very clearly. I can meet somebody right now, talk to them, have a nice normal conversation with them, and they're like, wow, I needed to hear that. You're an amazing person. You don't know how well that helped me. Or I could have somebody that's been in my life for the last 10 freaking years, and I can tell them like, hey, you're not doing this good, and now I'm a villain. Now it's, you're actually insane, Sydney. You need to go get help, and you think all of this about yourself, and la 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 la, all of this now. Duality, baby. I'm good with it. I'm good. Like, I'm good. There ain't never been a villain I didn't like. I loved Peter Pan at one point in time, and if we're being honest, we know what he did in that movie, what he was doing. He was sending them kids off to Never Never Land. Okay, so very simply put, I'm okay with whatever you call me, because I know why I would be considered that. People don't like change. There's certain people that just don't like change, and they would rather stay with their abusive baby daddy, with their horrible fucking friendships that don't fucking do shit for them, with their alcoholism, with their drugism, with all of their fucking abusive and all of this stuff. They don't want to hear it from me. So it's fine. If you don't want to change, by all means, don't change. You want to stay exactly where you are for the rest of your life, then stay there. By all means, do what you got to do. If I couldn't change you, it will still happen. Regardless if I was able to do that for you or not, it's still going to happen. So it was either you take it from me or you take it from a different way, because it's still going to be prevalent in your life. We keep going through the same lessons over and over and over until we learn them. They don't just go away magically. They don't just stop appearing because you said so. They keep coming up. I kept on trying to run away from this freaking problem that I had with my ex every single time, and it would just keep coming back over and over and over and over and over until I fucking finally said, okay, like, I get the lesson now. I understand. It is what it is. You need to understand your lessons. You need to either grow or not. And there is no not growing. Truly, there is no not growing, because you're going to still stay in the same, well, you can stay in the same place, but you're still going to get the same lesson over and over and over until you learn it. Again, with my passion, again, with my, I need you to hear me out, again, with my anger. I had to take a second to chill out. I have seen this lesson in my life. I can give you 1,000 examples in my life where I have tried to help people and they will either shit on me, make me feel terrible, or have taken my advice and lived their best life. Now, I chose to see those people shitting on me. I now choose to see that those people are afraid of what an amazing life they could have if they either listen to my advice or just do the thing that they're scared of, or just move on or grow. It is my perception that does shape my reality. I don't have to see these people as anything. I can choose to see them as scared. I can choose to see them as ignorant. I can choose whatever. And I choose whichever one brings me peace. And at this very moment, the one that brings me peace is ignorance. I choose to believe that people that do not want to grow are ignorant. I had this come up in my last 2 friendships that I've had with 2 separate people. This one person has remained the same person forever. Oh, and they're okay with that. And they're very sure in that they are not going to change. The second person would say that they were going to change, that they wanted to change, that they were trying to change. And they would still make the same mistake over and over and over and over and over again. So I decided that second person I was not going to keep in my life, because it bothers me that you can't keep your own word to yourself. And now it's affecting me. It's affecting our friendship. So I cannot be your friend. With the first one, I was like, okay, well, at least I know what I'm getting. You know, it was consistent in the non-growth. It was consistent in the exactly what things would be from Monday to Sunday. I know exactly how things are going to be. So sometimes you kind of don't want that imbalance and that change myself. So I stay with the stagnant person. I will stay with the idea that I know exactly what's coming. I don't have to prepare for anything. There isn't anything, you know? And that hinders us. People that are like me, that like change and like growth and stuff like that, being around those people that do not care or do not have ambition to grow in any sort of way, in any kind of capacity, they hinder us. If you allow it, if you're as like open and vulnerable as I am, I feel that I can be a little bit vulnerable sometimes. I can be a little bit, you know, I can be aloof in a sense where I will forget what my actual task was here, you know, because I came to this conclusion months ago about this person. I understood that I can't get anything from them if they don't have it in them to give me. So, for example, if I wanted kindness, I can't get kindness from that person because they don't have it to give. They can see it in other people, but they don't have it. And certain things like that, I've realized they cannot be taught. Because basically, we're the same age. We've been around one another for this long. If you haven't learned to be a nice, kind person, I don't know when you will. Honestly, I don't know. And so I came to this conclusion a while ago. Forgot. So the lesson came back again and it smacked me in my face. And it was like, well, what did you think? You were going to sit down and be somebody's dog and get yourself slapped by them all the time? Like, what did you think? What did you think that was going to happen? Now, I could have chosen to just, you know, keep the peace, stick by them, kept trying to help. But when is enough enough? Why do I have to sit here and be hurt all the time? I don't have to, and I choose not to. So I can walk away. And even though it hurts, you kind of have this idea, and I hold obviously all this potential for everybody. I know exactly how far. You know what's crazy, actually? I recently started speaking to somebody that I had talked to a long time ago. It was like we've been rekindling our friendship or whatever. And I knew this person could amount to something really good. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I like to think that I can read people very well, I guess, whatever. At the time that we were together, though, it was not like that. The person was very hung up with their friends, and they would go out often. They never really put themselves first. I kind of didn't really have a personality of their own. But now, a couple years later, flourishing, amazing mentality, growth through the roof, a complete 180 from who they were to now. And that's all I want to see. That's all I care. That's all I want for the world. I want all of us to improve in life, to let go of this facade of the things that we have in front of us, of these cars, of these houses, all of this stuff, like just to let go and actually be good people on the inside. Because the better that you are on the inside, the better that everything will be on the outside. I'm not saying it's bad to want luxury and all of that, because I love me a good, nice little, a nice little Aston Martin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like nice things. Okay, my favorite car is a Bugatti. Like, I want a Bugatti. It might not be the best to you. There might be something better, but that's what I want. Like, when I was a kid, actually, my mom had an X5, and that's what made me get my X5. Because I was in that car, and I was like, this is going to be my big girl car. And I had my big girl car, and that's cool. But I think that was a reflection of what was coming from inside of me. I didn't just attain that for being a shitty person. I think you only get as far as you are on the inside. And so, like, you might have all of this stuff and be a shitty person, and that's as far as it goes. I'm so happy that I can be of service, but also know when I gotta go as well. I want to help, and if I can't, it is what it is. People want to stay where they are. It's something that I've had to battle forever. And I have now decided to not fight it anymore. If you don't see where I'm coming from, or you don't understand what I'm saying, even if you don't want to understand where I'm coming from, then by all means, I don't have to be pushy or nothing. I can love people from afar. We don't have to be on the same type of self-improvement, ambitious journey that I try to get everybody on. And I say these things because these are the people that, like, God puts in my life, like these dark, deeply dark people who have a lot of things. And this is why I can speak to those things. It's very hard for me to say, like, I've come across, like, light people, which I have, and I do see the difference. I do understand now at this age, because I feel like for my entire life I've come across these people who needed healing, who needed help, who needed to see, like, how to grow, and needed all these things. And I never really saw the side of, like, what it's like to just have a friend that, is just a normal person who already knows that they need to grow, already has healed their issues, and doesn't really need that much from me. If anything, I need stuff from them. I actually have one person in mind that I really look up to them. I'm always so inspired by them. That's who God has put around me. And I've realized that, obviously our vibrations is what draws these people to you. But as a healer needs a healer. Like, I need my own something to heal myself. I can't, first of all, give from a cup that's empty, which I've tried, and it does not feel good. It does not look good. It's not a good feeling. Is that when I start pouring out of my cup that has nothing in it, and I start giving and I start fueling to other people, the darkness that fills me, because it's like a interchange of, like, energy here. It's like I'm taking out all of your negative, all your darkness, all the black that you have, and I'm giving you all the white that I have. Now I'm just filled with all of this. I'm talking in past tense. That shit is deep. Like, it has made me want to do some crazy things that I would not normally want to do had I been leveled, had I been filled, had I been just not so empathic and so giving, you know? I have tried to balance my dark and my light to a way where I'm not tilting too much to one side where I just want to go, and one way I'm tilting on another side where I just don't want to do anything and I want to end it all, you know? Helping my void be normal. And by normal, I don't like really the word normal, but I mean at a place where I can function and I can be happy. Like, I was at a really big, I was on a high the other day. It was like 2 days ago. I had school, and it was just, I had prepared for that moment for a really long time, and it was just so fulfilling. For my photo shoot, it was also one of the best days of my life. It felt like it was my birthday. It was like it was my birthday. You know, we did the photo shoot. We had a nice lunch, went out in the night. Like, it was just filled with the people that I love. I wish my mom was there, of course. But it was just nice. I was able to fully recharge. Then when I was just hanging out with friends, I went to school and everything. It was just so nice. Like, I just felt great. And it was because I didn't have anybody sucking anything dry from me, and I had recharged. And for me to recharge, I need to be alone. And that is why I know, like, I need to move or at least find better ways to be alone. My feelings, I'll have these feelings of uncomfortableness, and my brain just won't process it sometimes. I'll try to do the best that I can at that moment. That's really my motto, is like, live, laugh, love with what you got. I try to do the best with what I have and find a way to get out of that situation. That's trying to think logically. But for example, now, like, I think I've had some sort of lack mentality here where it's like, oh, I can't move out. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. I don't have. Sorry, on my camera dead. Actually, a friend of mine was telling me that it's okay for me to share how it is that I'm feeling and how the uncomfortableness is so deep. And to remind you guys that I don't have everything together and that I can be of example. The moment that I figure out how to get out of here and like actually get out of here and like actually be where I want to be, not mentally, because I think mentally I'm doing a great job. I really pat myself on the back. I am very grateful for how far I've come. I'm talking physically match my mentality. It's up. It's really gonna be up. Like, I take this mental reality very seriously, and I put that above anything else, because I have been where I wanted to be in the physical realm, and my mentality was terrible, and I was not having a good time there. So I had what I wanted, but it just didn't feel good. And right now I'm happier, yes, with less, because I know I don't need much, and I've always known that. I'm not looking to conquer the world or anything like that, but I want to be able to call in the things that I want and still maintain my mentality. I feel like that it's fucking a triple threat. Like, what can anybody do? I don't know. Like, I don't obviously I don't feel like all of these things will do anything to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, haters, friends, whatever, can feel however they will about me and however I am. That has nothing to do with why I want these things. I need these things for my, like, self. All of this I want for me. This has nothing to do with trying to prove anything to anyone. And none of my stuff has ever been that way. I have never decided that I wanted this just for this person or anything like that. I have wanted to be spiteful, though. I've had wanted to bust a couple windows and pop some tires and smack some people and be a little bit ragey, allow my darkness to like fully take over. But I know what it does to me. I know what it will do to me. And I don't want that. I've kind of had to train myself in knowing that, like, first of all, whatever you put out into the world is what you get back. I don't want to ever come out to my car being destroyed. And not only that, I just don't feel that you should treat someone who is terrible to you as terrible as they treated you. Because I always feel that how badly somebody is treating you is a reflection of themselves. And if they're treating you really bad, they feel really bad on the inside. And I feel like we all should be kind to one another. Even though I don't often experience that kindness, I feel like it's very rare. I still understand what is needed of me. I understand that I have to be me. And I can't expect it from everyone. And I know that one day I will. And I give the kindness to myself. And me giving the kindness to myself is understanding that, like, I don't need to either stoop down to their level or bring those kind of negative things back to me. There's been a lot of times where I'm just like, this is so unfair. That's really my biggest thing. Like, this is unfair. I will fight and I will argue about things being fair for the rest of my life. Things being injustice and stuff like that. But I have to be the balance for myself. I can't be out here trying to balance everybody else and balance all of the things that are wrong in the world. Talking about that, I did a video on my TikTok for my last day of college. And I was talking about how I changed my major from accounting to political science and economics. And it was political science major and then a minor in economics. And it was astonishing to me that regular people, just like you and I, will go and apply to a job. And what they say is what we do. It's not that they're smarter than us. It's not if they're some superheroes or anything like that. They just applied to this job and now they're able to rule the world, basically. I'm talking about judges. I'm talking about police. I'm talking about senates. I'm talking about presidents. These people are applying to a job, just like you and I, applying to a job. And they can sit on a chair of authority that will change somebody's life. I think we all have the possibility of changing people's lives, but not at that big of a mass. Like, we don't have that much power. Could I change the 50 people that watch these videos? Maybe 5 of them. Maybe their perspective will shift. Maybe, they needed to hear something from me. Cool. There are 7 billion people in this world. And I don't know. Hey, Siri, how many people live in America?
As of 2021, the population of the United States was 332,278,200.
What? 20? How? What? The USA has 300 million people living in it? I thought that was like, where are the other billions of people at? Hey Siri, how many people are in the world? It says it was estimated to have exceeded 8 billion in November of 2022. Okay, so America only has 300? Anyways, these people are ruling 300 million people in the world. I thought like New York had something like 5 million people. Or 13 million people or something like that. I don't know. 8 billion in the world and only 300 in America. That's to tell you how much us Americans know. It's like we think, football is like the biggest sport watch in the world, and it's really not. Minimal, I thought we had like 1 billion people in America. Anyways, I can't wait for one of those people outside in the street to be like, hey, how many people live in America? And I tell them, Those things never happen to me. Like, I be seeing those people showing, oh, who's this picture? And the people never know. Like, that would not happen to me. But maybe there are people that know and they don't show that kind of content. That makes more sense. But yeah, these judges study, pass an exam, basically apply for a job, and they decide if you're gonna go to jail or not. for the rest of your life. Talking about, oh, the precedent. What are you talking about? So because somebody in 1989 went to jail for 10 years for carrying 5 milligrams of whatever, I'm going to go there too because of that? In 1989? We're in 2024. What happened? That's the thing. We need to grow. Why are we still going by what somebody said in 1712? What is up with this? Like, it is mind-boggling to me that we will keep this tradition, this weird thing that doesn't help anybody, that there are far more important things in the world that have been messed up because of the Constitution, because of the precedent of these lawyers and judges and all these people that think that they have to do this the way that it was done before because that is the right way and that is the way that those people decided. Those people are not us. We are not them. We have a different way of thinking. We have a different society. People are not coming over to my house for some tea. The men aren't wearing wigs and heels anymore. And my value short isn't being told by like how much milk I got in the back of my house. Like, we have evolved as a society, but at the same time gone down. Like, it hurts. It drives me insane. That is why there's this podcast here. I want you to be the best that you can to then contribute to society and be as best of a person in society. I'm not trying to sit here and have all these yes men or fucking insane people roaming around in this world. Like, it genuinely bothers me and it irritates me a lot that people don't see anything wrong with their actions and they think that they don't have the power to do anything. You have the power to do a lot. You can be the one person in your entire family who will be a certain kind of way, and you will then change them too. Even if it takes 10 years. Oh, I can't do anything about it now. It seems so massive. Okay, well, one step at a time. Obviously, I don't expect it to change overnight, but I do think that we can work towards a change. I don't think that's difficult. That's really why I like political science, because I wanted to change. I wanted to become a senator to change things. Justice runs through my blood. And I don't take justice into like a Batman kind of way. It's more of a philosophical kind of way, more of a way to not combat violence with violence. Try to change it in a positive way that is sustainable. You know what's funny too, actually? My mom always likes to say like how all of us are different, like me and my siblings, you know? We had to be reprimanded in different ways. And like beating kids senseless only works for some and blah, 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 blah. And while that could be true, whatever, you can beat a robber senseless and they will still do it again. We have tried running this world the way that we have for so long, and it has not done anything. I think we need to try to change things in a different way, starting with our brain. Maybe teach common sense. Maybe get everybody on the same page. Maybe have some kind of way to unify us as a world, not as a country, as a world, because we're all human beings. We all came from a mom and a dad. We have that at least in common. Finding a way to unite us, I feel, will help us. We should all be kind. That shouldn't be like a freaking unheard of concept. It makes me so emotional too, because it's like, why can't we all just be nice? Like, why do things have to happen? Like, why does miscommunication lead to like violence? Maybe we would be overpopulated, but who's to say that in overpopulation we couldn't fix that and find a way to better sustain ourselves? But like, people shouldn't have to die. People shouldn't have to feel low of themselves. People shouldn't have to buy fruit or water. Like, There are so many things wrong. So many things wrong. And we just do nothing about it. And then these politicians want to talk about they're here for change and they want to do this and they want... What do you want to do? What has anybody done? And you know what's really crazy too? I hate being on TikTok and hearing these people from the UK. Like, it's not even on TikTok. I was watching Love is Blind UK and they were like, oh yeah, I'm from Jersey. What do you mean you're from Jersey? Why are we still named New Jersey? Like, how is that? Like, what? Imagine getting with your ex and he still has pictures of his girlfriend all over his house. What? Why haven't we changed that? Oh, York. Yeah, I'm from York. Why haven't we changed our name? Cassius Clay did it. We could do it. We are just fucking goats. We are sleeping people. We are dead. We're literally walking alive dead. And that is where I am when I see these people. This is how I feel. I feel enraged with these people that are just like, they just do these things because they're told to do it and they don't even ask why. They just do. They don't even want to talk. Here's the money. What? And okay, maybe there's people born that way, but no, I think we all need to change. Anytime I ever come across somebody like that, sometimes I refrain from saying anything because sometimes I just think it's too deep. But lately I have found myself interacting with those kind of people who are asleep, in my opinion. And I'm able to tell them like, hey, what do you think about this? And like, you can see like something in their eyes, like kind of like opening, and you're like, oh, they're like, oh. And there's the tower moment. There it goes, Sydney, shake shit up. I love people who contribute things to society. I love people who have a personality. I love people who believe in things. I love people who are looking for a better tomorrow. And I know that if we had smarter people in the world, more conscious people who aren't on autopilot, we would be much further in this world. There would be a lot of peace. There would be a lot of love. There would be tremendous amount of kindness. And that is what a colorless orange is. A colorless orange is a person who provides nutrients to society, to themselves, to the world, no matter how rich, poor, black, white, whatever it is that you have. You are still important. You still matter. You can make a change. An orange not only hydrates you, but it gives you nutrients. You can even eat an orange. Maybe you can be a watermelon too. With the way the world works and how small it is, because there's no way that sometimes you come across these people you've never met anywhere and they're friends with like somebody that you know, or they know this person, or they went to school with this person. I know it might seem like a lot. I know that it's a big task, but we can do it. There is a way for us to do it, and it starts with just one of us. You trying for a better tomorrow, you will succeed. I promise. You will. You'll get far. And who gives a fuck if you're a villain or a hero? You did what you needed to do. Let them label you as whatever. At least you know what you did. I think I'm going to end today's episode here. I feel that my true intentions in this podcast are blatantly clear in this episode. I'm happy we're in season 3, baby. Hopefully I have a merch link in this description box. Check. I'm thankful for your ear. I'm thankful for you trying to be better. I'm thankful for you growing and becoming a beautiful, intelligent person every single day. Any topics you want to discuss, anything you want to let me know, I'm always here. I'm always listening. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you and you in the back soon. Hope you guys like this merch. Hope you like this merch. I hope you like this merch. I'm wearing our tan colorless oranges, oversized unisex tee in a small